At noon, the food is received at various schools in Kigali City. High school students begin serving food. On the African Day for the feeding of children at school, students at Kayanga Secondary School in Rutunga Setter all had lunch at the school. They are happy and believe this program helps them learn better.
When we get home, sometimes we find that there is no food. Hunger hits at you, but the importance of eating at school ensures that we study properly.
Parents at various schools are happy to hear about this program. However, due to the limited financial resources, the program is not fully implemented. Parents request schools to allow them to make their own contributions, whether it's food or a teacher at the school, but something that would guarantee their child to receive food at school.
I am a craftsman, and it would be no problem for me to help fix chairs and boards at the school as long as the children get to eat and study. Sometimes it is not possible to get the money, but we can advocate in the community and see how to help the situation.
School principals say some parents still have the opinion that the government is feeding the students at school. And this is the perception that leads the program towards feeding children at school to stumble.
You find that parents have not fully understood the situation and think that the government is funding the entire program. Feeding children in schools is a challenge in terms of contribution. We find it difficult to feed them all. Feeding a child is the parent's responsibility. Feeding children does not only mean providing money. They can help out in many ways by even simply providing beans. We value those efforts. With parents who feel they can provide in terms of labor, we are open to the idea, and it will be received as a form of helping their child get fed.
The World Food Program in Rwanda is involved in supporting the school feeding program. The head of the department in Rwanda praised the implementation and said that they would continue to support the program.
School feeding is essential for children into school, to keeping them there. This is why it's essential that school feeding and other school-based services resume to help children regain their health and nutrition. So at the moment, WFP is supporting 108 schools, 27,000 school children. And now as we go and expand, we are going to expand from 4 districts to 7 districts. So an additional number of schools and children will be benefiting from our support in Rwanda. So the 5-year support that we have received from the American government amounts to $25 million.
The Minister of State of Primary and Secondary Education at the Ministry of Education, Twagirayezu Gaspar, called on the principals of the schools to work with the parents to promote the child feeding program so that no child should be deprived of this right.
For every meal children take at school, there is also the role of the state. The role of the state should not be prevent a child eating at school, but it also does not mean that parents should give up that responsibility to the state and schools. The role of the parents is very important. There are parents who choose to help make money, and there are those who choose to help with other activities because the parent may not have the money.
Rwanda joins African countries on Tuesday to celebrate African Day of School Feeding. In schools, vegetables and fruits have been planted in the kitchen gardens to improve and support a nutritious diet for students. The Ministry of Education has announced that more than 2,000 kitchens are being built in the country. Once they are completed, children in primary and nursery schools who had not had the school lunch program will start partaking in it immediately. To date, 1,457,757 students in kindergartens, primary and secondary schools, and about 2,440 state-sponsored students are the beneficiaries of this school lunch program. UMWALI Jade, RTV News.